Hello and welcome back to another Younggraybeats TV beat tutorial. So pretty much we're going to do stuff a little bit differently this time around. So as I try to figure out how I want to format my tutorials and whatnot, you guys definitely drop me a comment or whatnot to tell me if you guys like it this way or refer back to the other way. But, you know, it's all trial and error. This is still, I'm in the beginning stages of making these tutorials. As tutorials go on, I shall get better. So, yes, let's get into it. I have here a beat that is already made. It's a pre-made beat for the most part. All I wanted to add was maybe a melody, but I don't think I'm going to add it now. I think I like it how it is. So, I basically, this beat is based off of, for the most part, I'm not copying any songs, not remaking any songs, but it's inspired by Eli Sostre and like Bryson Tiller, because they both have like the same type style in the way they sing. That's number one, and the beats that they kind of like sing and rap on. So this is how I felt it that it like their sound sounds like, and yeah, let's get into it. So the first sound that I have here is from Nexus. It's in the XP bank of Stratosphere. It's a noisy sonar. So that sounds like this. This next one is in Keyscape, which is the grand piano. The next one is in, well, this is what I wanted to make my melody with. I don't think I'm going to be making a melody with it, but if I were to, it would have probably been this. Then I have my bass. Shout out to Beat Plug, or not Beat Plug, sorry. Yeah, the Beat Plug. In his tutorials and stuff like that, he had a sound pack that he sold on his site. That's Deep Dark for Chords. Is the dopest bass line. So yeah, that's that sound, that preset, pretty dope. It's just a 3X oscillator for my 808. If you guys want me to do a tutorial on how I made it, definitely can do that. Just let me know in the comments. Got a nice little kick. Then I have the sub for my kick, which is another 3X oscillator. Just configured it a little differently. You guys can take a look at that, and that's kind of pretty much the only thing I did with it. And I kept on, you know, hitting the note that I want to use, and flip down on the root keys to get it to match up to my kick. Next, I have a nice little snare. It's one of the snares that I saw in my one of my perk kits, and I felt it went nicely with this genre of music. Here's another perk. So it's kind of like what you would call it, I don't even know, like a rim shot with some effects on it and whatnot, a lot of reverb and whatnot. Basic hi-hats. Another perk, which is a triangle. Rim. Shaker. A crash, which I have a delay on that goes ping-ponging from left to right. And my tags. Also have a Fruity Love filter on my master channel. I have an automation clip with that, and I also have the volume right here where it fades out in the end. As far as my mixer, what I basically did was for my what is this? That's my noisy sonar from Nexus. I just pretty much gave it took out some of the lows, took out the highs, and a little bit of the mids. Grand piano. Oops. Added some reverb. Took out a lot of lows and highs, pretty much, and which I'm not using anymore. The dark for chords, reverb on it. There's my EQ. As far as my my bass, I got a Maximus. Compressed the hell out of it because it was a very low break bass. EQ'd out some of the lows and some of the highs. Kick, again, lows and highs. So I'm just going to flip through these a little bit so that you guys can kind of see where I was going with my EQing. So my snare, a little reverb on it, hi-hats. I put a fruity send on it to one of my auxiliary channels here, and yeah, I'll let you see guys how that sounds. So with the send, I put a gross beat on it, slows it down and whatnot, and it gives it that a nice little added effect to the beat. It's pretty dope. I like it. You know what I'm saying? It's very subtle, but it makes a difference. Again, I like the way that this perk was, which I believe that's my triangle. Yeah, I think that was just, yeah, I left it alone. Didn't really need to do anything to it. As far as my rim shot, took out a lot of lows. Shaker, same thing. It might crash. Had a little delay, have it ping ponging, and yeah, this is pretty much how I had it set. And also took a lot of lows out. That's my tag and whatnot. So I know you can sidechain using the Fruity Limiter, but I always do that. Today I wanted to switch it up, so I actually used the Fruity P controller, and I have my kicks and my 808 sidechained. It's pretty dope. It works. So yeah. So like now, like my kicks. There's a little bit more punchier, especially with the kick sub that I added to my kicks, which is layered with my kicks. It's just a 3x oscillator, which I showed you guys earlier, I believe. But if I forgot, here it is again, and this is how I have it set up. So yeah, that's how the sub is, and I just matched it up to my kick, and bada boom, bada bing. I'll kind of flip through each one of these, and you guys can kind of see where I was going with the patterns, and I'll play through them. Basic chords for the most part. Mess with the velocity on the chords, make them sound a little bit more realistic. I also, took them off the grid a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just threw the same chords on the next track, which is my grand piano. It kind of gives you that vibe. You know what I'm saying? Here's the bass line. Again, it just took the bottom layers of the bottom notes from my chords and threw them on the bass line. So it's pretty simple track or whatnot. I do want to add, well, as I said before, I don't know. I'm like still thinking about it. I don't know if I want to add another melody to it, but I think when you guys hear the beat, it kind of sounds like full already, at least to me. But yeah, I'll probably have this beat up by late tonight or probably tomorrow. So guess you guys will see if I add a melody to it or not. Let's keep going. Here's my 808. Kicks. You guys can see what it looks like on a piano roll. Just in case you guys want to pause the video and see it, follow along or whatnot. Okay, it's my bass again for kicks. By the way, earlier it was the studio plug. That's what it is. That's where I got that bass line from. Deep chords or whatever the case may be, which is the dopest deep chords. I like it. I like that preset. Here are the snares. Other perk. Here are my hi-hats, again with the fruity send. And I added variation with my hi-hats with the velocity. I love playing with the velocity and the pan and all that good stuff. It just gives that extra spice to the track. Here's a triangle. Pretty basic stuff here. The rim, all just adding to that Toronto type feel, that kind of like Canadian feel, how the music are going nowadays or whatnot. Nothing too crazy with the drums. The drums are pretty spaced out, kind of deal. Here's a basic shaker. And last but not least, the crash, which I love putting delay on it, and I love ping ponging it. Don't know why. That's just the way I like making my crashes. So now I'll give you guys a little taste of what it could sound like once I'm done with it. So here it goes. So I'm already getting that feel, that Toronto type feel, that kind of Bryson Tiller type feel, Tory Lanez, Eli Sostre. So yeah, that's pretty much the beat right there for the most part. I think I kind of like it like that. I don't know if I'm gonna add that melody. I probably won't. Probably go out like this. So if you guys enjoyed this new format or whatnot, go ahead and comment down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. And any feedback is great feedback. Moving forward, my tutorials will come out every week. Um, Definitely once a week, if not twice a week, if I can find the time to do a second one, which I probably will. Um, but definitely tell me what you guys want to hear next, or want to see next, or want me to attempt next. Again, this is Younggraybeats from Younggraybeats TV, and you guys have a God bless day. I'm out. Peace.